This is your Daily Mix. The following segment is sponsored by
Welcome everybody to your Daily Mix. I'm your host, Melissa Carlson. Today we are talking about something that I think most people have dealt with at some point in their life. We're talking about pain, more specifically, pain management. We're joined here with Dr. Dennis Patterson from Nevada Advanced Pain Specialist. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, Melissa. I'm happy to be here and happy to talk about a topic that I love and see and treat on a daily basis.
So what is pain management?
Well, pain management is a huge issue in the United States. If you look at the statistics, we have 100 million Americans who suffer from a moderate to severe chronic pain issue. And so the pain management to me is a very diverse specialty that looks at treating patients from the biopsychosocial model. The biopsychosocial model means that you treat them from a medical standpoint, you treat them from a physical standpoint, and you treat them from a behavioral health standpoint.
So, you know, if I have pain, I do something like go grab ibuprofen or whatever, but obviously it can be more extensive. So who should go see a pain specialist? It sounds like that must be pretty severe, or is it for anybody?
Well, pain is common, right, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
But when you have a pain issue that hasn't resolved by the natural healing process, which is usually about 3 months to 6 months at most, if you have a pain issue that prolongs past that, you should probably see you probably start with your primary care physician, and then if they cannot help it out, probably go see a specialist, specifically a pain management specialist.
So then you're like, okay, well, you know, you get pain meds from the doctor, et cetera, but you guys are doing something different. Talk a little bit about how you're different.
Yeah, so pain medications are a very passive way to treat a problem, correct?
Yeah.
Usually when you have chronic pain, you've got a pain signal that's been turned on that hasn't been turned off. And it's very difficult to find out what is the source of the pain at times. And specifically, the medications that we treat, especially opioids or pain medications, they're not treating the underlying problem. They're just kind of masking it or covering it up.
And there's risks to it too.
Correct.
Yeah.
And as we've seen, with the opioid epidemic over the last decade, we've seen that patients, have accidental overdoses with taking these medications, even if they take them as the way the doctor prescribes them.
Yeah.
And so they don't come without their inherent risks. And on top of that, they're not treating the problem or curing the underlying pathophysiology that's causing the pain.
Okay, so then at what point are you like, I have this, and this, I need to see a pain provider, a pain management provider at this point?
Yeah, so I think when the pain persists past its normal healing time, and you've seen your primary care physician and they're unable to resolve the issue, then it's probably time to look at a specialist and see what they can do to help with the pain.
What is the wait time? For so many doctors now we're waiting months to get into somebody, and when you've got pain, you don't have that time. What does it take to get into one of your providers?
Well, God, if you look at it from, removing it from my clinic, if you see patients who have chronic pain and the time they have the chronic pain before they see a specialist, specifically a pain management specialist, it's about 10 years is the average time, and only about 2% of patients with chronic pain end up seeing a chronic pain specialist, such as myself. So it's few and far between, and I think that's why I love to do these conversations, is because I think people don't know that I exist. And I'd like to get my name out there and what pain management's all about, so we can reach a broader scope of patients to help them.
Okay, so you're like, listening to what you say, I need to get in. How do you get a referral to the office?
So it probably depends on your insurance. Some insurances require that you get a referral from your primary care providers. Other patients, they can just call the office and get in. They don't need a referral, and we can get them in, And right now, our wait time to get in to see us was 1 to 2 weeks at most.
Wow. Okay, so some information for people like, yep, that's me. I want to get in. This is the time. Can you give some of the locations, the time, website? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can reach out to us on several different levels. One, we have our website. It is nvadvancedpain.com. That's nvadvancedpain.com. There's a link there that you can email us and we can get you an appointment. Or you can call the office. It's 775-284-8650. That's 775-284-8650.
A lot of great information. Dr. Dennis Patterson, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
This segment was sponsored by